Hey, we live. Hey, we live. Okay, today we are live. We in California again, as always. You know, we travel around, we try to get to know people, and we definitely out here with this very smart young lady. And we're gonna get to know her a little bit more. I know like me, it's really live. You gotta like fix it as we go. And I like that because I feel like it's much more real. You get it? And I like to be able to have conversations with people and feel like it's just us two and we're just talking. So let me tell a little bit more about myself and the show. This is Rainchecklive. You call me Raincheck. I got a website, www.rainchecklive.com. You can check out my YouTube page, Raincheck, Snapchat, Instagram, Rainchecklive. And we are here today to just get to know her. So we're kind of done with everything about me for now. Right. So today I want to. I don't like to say people's name only because I want the person to say their name. It comes out much better and powerful and stronger. So I want you to introduce yourself and tell a little bit about what you're doing now in life.
Definitely. Hi everyone. My name is Jessika Peris, and I am currently CEO of Parents Management Group, and that is my passion and my baby that I'm growing and which caused me to be here today. But I currently am in school getting my MBA and working as an athletic director and events coordinator for a public charter school in the area.
That's cool. She's very diverse. You know, she's got a lot of things, and that's cool because I like to see people like that because it makes me feel that they don't limit themselves. Some people are like, well, I just want to be this and that's it, and they don't really have anything else, and sometimes they're not happy because of that. So it's good that you like to challenge yourself and get out there. So I want to talk about being at where you're at now. How did you get to this space in the sense of like growing up and where you're from? How was it growing up in that kind of neighborhood for you?
Definitely. I was born in LA. I moved around a lot. I went to 10 elementary schools. My mom was just like on the go. So we moved.
So what are some of the schools?
Some of the schools: Colette Elementary, Canfield Elementary, Wingard, Howdy Elementary in Texas. So we moved around a lot, and so some of the issues that I dealt with growing up and being in different areas was I wasn't black enough or I wasn't white enough for certain people and ethnicity. So it was a struggle growing up.
How was that?
It was a struggle. It was hard because I never knew where I fit in. And especially because my dad is Japanese, so my mom...
So how did you deal with that?
It was very hard. I really didn't deal with it until I got older. And just realized that, there's ignorance in the world and that
how old do you feel like when you really started like dealing with it and being able to manage?
18, 19, like my first and second year in college. Okay. So growing up, I just felt uncomfortable, didn't feel like I fit in anywhere. And so I just was always teeter-tottering, trying to fit in and trying to be something I wasn't. So when I went to college, that's when I started taking like African American studies classes. And and so I still didn't feel like I fit in. Yeah. I had issues where professors told me that I was not black enough. And it's just like, you're supposed to be educating me. This is, this wasn't.
That's honestly let's just talk about that for a second before we go a little forward and talk about more things that you're doing. I feel like that is a struggle with being light skinned because it is a joke when they say the dark skin, light skin stuff, but some of it is really real because subconsciously you do look at things like that. And I was also watching something where they was talking about races. The new racism now is acting or not knowing that you're racist. Mm-hmm. So it's so crazy that you speak about that because that is a form of being like racist when you talk about these light skin, dark skin, when you're really all black.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So because that's just really what your heritage is. Just because you're a little mixed from somebody else doesn't mean you're different.
Exactly.
But for you, when what was a tough time? Like there, like a real tough time that you can remember that you got through, or?
So in the 3rd grade, we had like pair reading. So like if he was reading to me, I had a white partner. He was like, read, slave, read to me. And that really hindered my education, because at that point I just stopped reading. Like I just really sunk into myself instead of fighting against it, basically, and proving him wrong and like educating him. It just kind of was like more damaging to me. So after a while, like gaining my own self-confidence, and then basically like high school, that's when I was like, okay, I need to focus on me. Yeah. Like I need to build the structure to who I am.
That's good though that you learn that, because it is hard for people to it is hard though for people to understand that, like building your own confidence and really being happy with who you are. Like really being happy, not like, oh, if somebody tells you that you're selfish and that is who you are, you have to accept that, because that's who you are and that's fine. You know what I mean? But if somebody can accept you for being yourself, then that's not the people that you may not want to be around.
Exactly.
Regardless of how long you know them, because it is hard. So let's talk a little bit more about education, because I know you're into education.
Yes. Growing up, I was never into education. I wanted to hurry up, graduate high school, and be done. Yeah. I went to college because my grandmother said all her grandkids are going to college.
Gotta go.
Right. So I said, if I have the opportunity and I get in somewhere, I'm going to go and make her happy. So I graduated with my undergrad in criminal justice and a minor in African American studies.
Okay, that's good. That's great. Well,
yeah.
So
during that time, I would work 2 jobs and go to school full time. I was even a resident advisor at one point. I managed the men's basketball team as well. Got to travel with them and got to just experience a different side of education, like the athletics department and all of that, and being able to really see all the ins and outs.
The thing I can say that's good that you get to see the ins and outs, because people don't understand that even though that you're a basketball coach, it still rolls into the education. And if you don't have, like, some people teach one way and it's hard for people to learn. And if you can't mold or change or transfer or adapt to your kids that you have, it's hard, and that's how you lose more people. And some people don't have the drive, I guess. And that's the hard part, trying to just make sure that all our kids are a higher percentage than what is now are understanding more about life.
Exactly.
So you gotta tell me about what you're doing. I know you were saying some of the stuff you're doing, but how is it, like, what was something that was different for you when you was working with the basketball teams or sports teams in general, like all your sports? Just name like 3 sports teams that you work with or stuff you did that was like different.
Well, currently I work with high school students. We have 7-on-7 football, we have girls softball, we have boys and girls soccer, as well as boys basketball and girls volleyball. Yeah. And so right now in our season, we have boys basketball and girls volleyball. And it's just interesting being able to work with both teams, because when you work with boys, it's a little different. Yeah. They look to me as their mom. So they call me mom. And it's like, y'all almost my age, but it's funny. Just the mindset is different. Yeah. The way I talk to the girls is different than I talk to the guys. Not where it's like less aggressive, but it's in a different way.
We're stern.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So exactly. So with the guys, it's not like cattiness where it is with the girls. Like, oh, I don't like the way she looked at me today. With the guys, it's like we're on one accord. Let's make it happen. Let's get turning our work so we can play. Yeah. And with the girls. Right, and with the girls, it's like, how do we work together as a team and not against each other? Because I feel like with girls, it's a lot of the crab in the barrel mentality. Yeah. They're trying to fight for the captain's spot, but why fight for the captain's spot when the person that's working with everybody is the leader?
But see, and that's why I say, this is my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying, but I feel like women have more pride, because when you always hear of like women and having friends, they don't have a lot of friends because of things that happen. So it has to be because of pride, or because you don't want to be honest or truthful. Because to me, that's part of communication. That's part of like messing up a communication. If you lie to somebody, you do something, and maybe you could have just told them and they could have fixed it. But it's tough.
No, yeah. Every situation is totally different, and it's funny that you say that. A lot of the women that I do meet, they're like, I don't have that many girlfriends. You're different, and so it's super funny to see you say that, and because I do see it and hear it on a daily basis. Yeah. But it is something that we got to work on as women.
It is. It's just uplifting. And I thought it was so great when I saw that parade that they had, the march. Yeah. I was in Atlanta at that time. I was right there. Like, the terrace was right there. I'm looking like, wow. Like, it's good to see the unity with women because, in my opinion, I know that from what I know, and I always say in my opinion because that's only what I know. I'm not saying what somebody else's. Is that, like, my mother, sisters, brothers, you know, I mean, not brothers, but like all the women in my life, they went through a lot, they gave and they sacrificed a lot. And I feel like women do that a lot. And, you know, it's just, it's not good that they don't get the appreciation sometimes. You know?
I totally agree with you.
No, like I'm not, it's just true. It's like, and I'm not saying that men don't work hard, men work hard too, and women do too. But the thing I think that's tough though too, when it comes to getting appreciation, some women want it in different ways, but they think that guys are supposed to know. And when a guy is asking, I think you should just tell. Straight. Because you got to give it, if you're going to be with him forever, you should give him that option each year to prove it rather than trying to prove something he thinks you want and it's not the right thing, you know? And that's a part of communication.
Definitely, I agree. Some women want just a verbal gratification. Yeah. They just want to know that you think they're beautiful or that they're doing something right, and you know, and that works.
That's tough though.
Yeah, but that's in the workforce too.
No. The only thing I'm saying that's tough is about the thing to me is that I feel like this: if you're in a relationship and somebody's with them, not to forget about telling them they're beautiful, but it's hard when a lot of women nowadays are self-esteem is low, and you have to keep like justifying it. It's like, no, I really think you're pretty. If I didn't, I wouldn't be with you. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be faithful. You know, I would be doing whatever. But I feel like that. So it's like sometimes it's tough with the balance of a person's personality and loving them and not loving them for who you think they can be, but loving them. So. Yeah, it's definitely a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Mine,
of course, because everyone's different. So it's definitely a difficult situation on how to form yourself to that relationship when you're with someone. You guys gotta meet halfway. Yeah. You gotta meet halfway for it to work. If you don't meet halfway, it's not gonna work.
But the thing, let's talk about meeting halfway. It's a thing. It's two different things between meeting halfway and being. I'll use a word that everybody uses now, loyal. Right? Okay. Then the thing I say that is because you don't ever want to be doing something where you're counting or you feel like you're doing more than the next person because then it's not genuine. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you start having these thoughts or you start acting a certain way because it's not going the way you want it to go. And I think that sometimes people, I'm not going to say male or female because it can go both ways, are too much selfish to a certain extent. Okay. In the sense of like, you know, they care about themselves and it's hard to compromise something that might be better for the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like just something little. To them that may be little, but then you gotta understand on the other side it may be something big. And that's, I think, a real tough thing to be about. What do you think in relationship?
I think the key thing is communication. If you know your partner, then it can run like a smooth machine. But if you guys are forming and like trying to build something, you gotta build it on trust, communication, and open honesty from day one. Yeah. Because if you don't, friendships, relationships, whatever kind of, you know, family relationships, anything, if it's not genuine and straight to the point in black and white, it's always going to be like, oh, do I respond like this or do I respond like that? Is this going to hurt their feelings? You know, or can I do this? Or can I go out with the boys tonight?
You don't want to feel like that though.
You don't.
And I feel like, see, that's the thing for me. This is what I like. Everybody always says, what do you bring to the table, right? And I look at it different in the sense of bringing something to the table. Now, when I say bringing something to the table, I'm saying, okay, I'm at a table, this is me, right? All right, and I'm here, this is what I'm happy doing, and I want somebody that's here happy, not doing what I like to do, but doing what they like to do, but we still able to spend time with each other. And I feel like if my woman wants to go out, if I'm with somebody, they want to go out, it shouldn't be like, oh, let me ask him, and like it's like a nervous thing. It's like, oh, I'm asking, I know I'm be able to go because I should be able to trust you.
Right.
You know, and I think that that's the hard part because you have people that are in relationships and people that are not, and people that can be in somebody's ear, and people that think they're really strong, but they're really listening. So that's the tough part.
I agree. I agree. There has to be some commonalities at the end of the day. It's funny that when you said bring something to the table, I was talking to someone, and at the beginning, I like to be straightforward. Like, this is me. Take it or leave it. I'm a busy person. Like, this is it. And he was like, I bring the table. What can you bring? And I'm like...
So you had it up there?
Right. I'm like, who are you? Carrying the cross on your back? Like,
I'll bring it to you.
Exactly. You didn't bring nothing.
Nah, some people are like that. I don't say it, and that's why I say it the way I say it. Like, I'm just saying this is me. Like, I'm going to tell you I am. I'm a very straightforward person and everything. And what I like and I don't like it. I'm not saying that if I don't like something that you do, that doesn't mean that I hate you.
Right.
I just don't like that one thing or that two or whatever it is about. But it's not that I don't like you, but when I would just try to avoid the situation to have that dislike in that part of the relationship. So I feel like I know there's like that. What do you think about the 80-20 rule?
80-20, I don't, my numbers are different than 80-20.
Okay, what is yours?
It's like 60-40.
Sheesh,
It's
okay.
like 50-50. It's like 50-50. It's close to 50-50, only because I'm a very independent woman and I'm very secure in myself. Yeah. So I need someone to complement that and understand my lifestyle and the way that I work a lot. I love what I do. I'm very passionate. When I dream of something or imagine something, I put my all into it. Yeah. So
you're really good at what you do.
I am.
Really good at what she does. Really good at what she does. You know? So that's funny because she's. So let's talk a little bit. Last thing then, I want to talk about somebody in your life that like inspired you to be who you are today, like so driven and like ready to attack. So
I would definitely say my mom because she raised four of us, and as a single woman, and she worked full time all the time. And she always instilled manners, morals, and responsibility and independence in us. So from day one, she was always the person I would look at and critique, because the person that's your hero, you kind of critique them like, oh, I would do this a little different. Like, I would discipline a little different. But looking back, I'm like, no, I'm going to discipline a little different, you know?
You see it different now.
Exactly. I see it totally different. And her as a mother and her being an even better grandmother, it's just really inspiring, continues to inspire me daily in everything she does. And she even went ahead and adopted, kids to help.
Cool. My mother did that though too. Yeah, we did that. The only thing that happened with mine is that like two of them ran away. I don't know why, but they just ran.
You know what? Let me be honest with you. Like, things happen.
Yeah.
It's no matter, you can give somebody the world, and if they're not happy within themselves, it's never gonna be happy.
Because my sister, it's my sister, it was fourth sister, but she moved in the house when she was 14. She never left. She used to eat though, like she never had any food in her life. You used to be like, yo, slow down, it's not going nowhere. But it was just like, you can tell like she came from a different lifestyle and she wasn't getting as much as like, and some people take that for granted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a tough thing, yeah. So right now, I do want you to say some of your social handles, and because this is the end of it, we had a great interview. Yes. This won't be the last one. This is the first. We are in LA. I'm from New York. We're gonna be there soon. Definitely, you gotta check out. Like I was saying at the beginning, the website is www.rainchecklive.com. Rain Records on Facebook, and we're gonna just do. And we get to your stuff right now too. So that's what I'm done.
On Instagram, it's Peris PERIS_MG. So that's my Paris Management Group web page for Instagram, and then for my personal, it's Jessika Peris, JESSIKA, Peris PERIS, and my website is www.parismg.com.
Wow. So thank you again for coming out. So I really did have a good time. I did have a good conversation. If y'all guys have any questions or anything, just inbox her, inbox me. We will be doing more work. This is Rain Check. Like I always say, get your own, so that means you got to get yourself right before you get anybody else right. And yeah, we out of here. We live.